Do you want to know the biggest sign that your manifestation is on the way to you? Stick around. What is up, guys? Namo Himalaya. I'm Stefan Peel. I'm a communication scholar, media literacy advocate, and law of attraction practitioner. And today I wanted to talk about some for sure signs that your manifestation is on its way to you, including the biggest sign that no one ever talks about. In order for the universe to make good on your requests, there must be space in your life to receive. Too often, people remain so fearful of losing the good in their life that they miss out on the great. When we settle for things and hold on to energies that no longer serve us, we're directly turning down any opportunity the universe has for us before we're even presented with it. This is why loss is actually a good sign. It means something new, probably your manifestation, is on the way to you. If you're living in true alignment and keeping your vibrations high, then this new thing you just freed up space for may be a manifestation far better than you could have ever imagined yourself. Now, whether or not you've experienced a loss of something lately, there are other important signs to look out for, specifically patterns and coincidences. In my experience, the average person writes off big coincidences as random luck, and for the most part fails to notice all the small ones. But that's a really sad way to view the world. Our lives are constantly filled with magic little synchronicities, and taking the time to notice and appreciate them makes life more fulfilling and fun. When you notice a lot of coincidental happenings in your life and start to see repeated numbers like 111, 333, 555, 1111, this is a sign that you're living in alignment and that the universe is hard at work to deliver your manifestation to you. Take note of what you're doing and how you're feeling during these occasions, and trust that whatever thought or action taking place at the time is one you should continue to put energy towards, because it'll take you further on that path to your manifestation. Now, the one definite sign that your manifestation is on its way to you: if you are being tested. This is the one no one ever likes to talk about because no one likes to be reminded of the fact that even with the full forces of the universe behind you, you will still experience all the trials and tribulations of human life along the journey. Think of the universe as your most loving parent. Just as a parent may buy a fish for the child who wants a dog to first teach them responsibility and test their capacity to care for another living thing, so too does the universe put little challenges in front of us to test us. If the universe tossed you the keys to the kingdom before you were ready and just said, "Have fun," you wouldn't be able to handle it, and you'd quickly lose the manifestation you had just been given. You have to grow into the person you are meant to be before you can receive the blessings that are meant for you. We grow by getting out of our comfort zone, whether by choice or by force. When we encounter hardships, the universe is forcing us out of our comfort zone to meet the challenge. It then determines what we're ready to handle next based on our response. Our response is key because, truthfully, it's the only thing we have control over. If you've been struggling for a while and feel like you're constantly being tested but your manifestations are still nowhere in sight, then it's time to take some self-inventory. The universe rewards the solution-oriented, and you must break out of the victim mindset. When a challenge arises in your life, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask instead, "How am I going to solve this problem?" And I know when everything's piling up and it seems like everything's going wrong all at once, it can be so difficult to snap out of that victim mindset. Because it is probably true that the situation is unfair and that you shouldn't have had to go through it. But that truth doesn't change the fact that dwelling on the problem serves no one. You know, I'm not a Christian, but I think the story of Job serves as a good example here. God kept punishing Job, leaving his businesses bankrupt, his home destroyed, his family killed. Job dwelled in this woe is me space, which is totally understandable. But when he did so, the negatives in his life kept compounding. It wasn't until he stopped asking why and instead put his full faith and trust in God that things started to look up for him. We have to have that same level of trust with the universe, our loving parent, who is testing us to ensure we can handle all the magnificent manifestations that are about to rain down, and all the responsibility that comes along with them. And I'm sure the universe has a greater purpose in mind for your challenges than Old Testament God just trying to prove a point to Satan. So if you've hit a rough patch lately, I wish you strength and perseverance through your tests. I hope you pass them with flying colors, and that your manifestation is delivered to you swiftly. If you got any benefit out of this video, please remember to hit that like button and the subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little notifications button, because I'm committed to bringing you 3 new videos a week so that we can all continue learning, growing, and not only survive, but thrive in 2021 and beyond. Thank you. Love you.